Welcome back, fanboys and fangirls, to Nerds on Topic. I am your solo nerd, Kevin, and today I'm bringing you the news for September 3rd through September 9th. All right, if you're not ready, well, you better fucking buckle up. We're getting into things right now.
Ready? Kick it up now!
Oh, fuck, that's hot. Ow. Ah, damn. Oh. Need to let that cool down a little. I didn't bring a fucking cream. Oh, well. So, ow. That burned. But, woke me up a little bit, and that's a good thing. It is pretty late. I'm recording late today because got kind of distracted while I was coming home from work and ended up drinking for a little while. That was fun. Good seeing some of those people again, too. I'm so glad I found my notebook. I had accidentally left it at work and was totally terrified I was going to have to do all of the week's research again. Though I am missing a couple of pages from my topic episode this week. So, yeah, I'm going to have to look for those. And if I can't find those, I'm going to have to either go off the cuff or wing it. So, how y'all been? Y'all having a good day now? As you know, I'm your solo nerd, Kevin, and I'm here to bring you the news. And I'm bringing you the news because I'm pretty damn sure most of you don't feel like sitting down and looking for all of the pointless things. Well, not pointless, but all the things that I'm going to be talking about today because it's an entire week's worth of news. Yep. So I'm here doing this for you because I love you all and because I've kind of got this weird obsession with doing this now. I hope this isn't going to burn me again. There we go. Much better. Ooh. A-E-I-O, you are delicious. Let's see. I'm not even really talking about anything right now. So this is the news, guys. As you all know, this is the first episode of the week where I talk about the news from the previous week. I go into movies, video games, comic books. What else? I go into anime and manga. I tell you, who's dead, who's alive, who's fat. Oh wait, no, that's an It reference. Anyways, let's Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that before. Let's get into the movies today, guys. All right. So, starting it off, as you all know, Mr. Burt Reynolds passed away this week at the age of 82. You should all know, like, some of his best known roles are from the TV show Gunsmoke and the movie Deliverance. He's been in shit tons of other things. He's probably been part of hundreds, if not thousands, of young ladies' sexual awakening in that amazing mustache of his. But we're sad to see him go. Hopefully, his family copes well. Moving on from there. Let's start getting a little bit lighter. Okay, so no death. Done with death right now. Dwayne "The Rock" fucking Johnson. So he's been totally up for helping cast Lobo for the DCEU, the DC Extended Universe. And his vote is for Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Okay, so for those who don't know who Jeffrey Dean Morgan is, if you've ever seen the movie The Watchmen, he plays the comedian. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy would fucking be perfect to play the main man, Lobo. Oh, the baddest bitch around. You don't like me, you're not gonna like me in my space Harley. Oh, yeah. But no, he'd be totally cool, like fucking coming straight out of all the '90s grunge and fucking chains and pouches and random ass hooks. He smokes a cigar. He's like if Deadpool and Wolverine had a baby and they smoked more and just lived in space on a motorcycle. Yeah, some shit like that. He's awesome. But yeah, no, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I could totally see this guy playing him. He's got like the right facial features. He's kind of already played the whole, cigar chomping, kind of vindictive personality kind of guy. So totally right up his alley. Oh, so let's see. Dun 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 dun. It's Superman. So for the 40th anniversary of the Christopher Reeves Superman movies, they are actually going to be bringing the original Superman back to select theaters. So that looks pretty cool. I'm super excited for that. Like I like the original Christopher Reeves uh Superman movies. Like for their time, they're really well done, and also some of them are really shitty. But like I've said before on multiple occasions, I love shitty movies. Um, uh, Going on from there. Oh man, so okay, I gotta say this is probably like the fastest rumor and then breaking of said rumor I've seen in a long ass time. Um, you guys remember when I was talking about the Michael Bay Ryan Reynolds Netflix movie coming out? So I don't know how, but people like jumped on that bandwagon super hard. And one guy, I don't know who the fuck it was, but they said they had a legitimate source telling them that it was going to be a live action Thundercats movie, which, not gonna lie, that would be really badass. Ryan Reynolds and Michael Bay, explosions and comedy totally go together, especially with an action movie for Thundercats. But like super quickly, because one of the guys writing for the movie is one of the writers for Deadpool. Went up on his Twitter and just said, like one word, just no, that's not it. Totally, it's not gonna be a fucking Thundercats movie, no matter how badass that would be. Oh, sorry, my throat still hurts from fucking coughing earlier. Luckily, I've got some tea. Not tea, fucking, I don't drink tea. Luckily, I've got some honey in me coffee. There we go. Bloody Brits. Anyways, I love you guys. Don't think that I hate you because I called you bloody Brits. I did it because, well, I'm an idiot. Moving on from there. Let's see. No, news reports say that Zombieland 2, which I love Zombieland in the first place. Great movie. It was one of the only movies I bought when it first came out on DVD. Is going to start filming in January of next year. Super excited to see that. Looks like all the main cast is coming back. Sorry for coughing in your ears, guys. From there, it looks. Oh, okay. So Marvel has finally revealed Carol Danvers' costume for the Marvel Captain Marvel movie, and like Brie Larson looks amazing in it. Like it's really classic feeling, but like kind of scaled up to the modern like uh cinematography. It looks good for the movie. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to fucking talk fancy like that right now. Um, then on top of that, they also showed us these scrolls, which look badass. They look really good, like for you know big green space elves with no hair. They look pretty good. I know that they wanted to use the scrolls for the Avengers movie, but they didn't have the rights to the scrolls because Fox owned the Fantastic Four, and the scrolls ended up also coming with that whole deal. But since, Marvel now owns Fox, or at least the IP that Fox bought from Marvel, um, we can now have the scrolls. So the scrolls are going to be inside the Captain Marvel movie. We're going to get have a good time. A lot of people though have been comparing the scrolls to the totally amazing James Marsters in the not so amazing Dragon Ball movie, Dragon Ball Evolution, because they kind of look similar. I don't blame them, but you know, let the past be. I enjoy the movie purely because it's terribleness. Um, let's not bring that and try to have that, stain the reputation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Whew. What else do I have going on here? Oh, okay. So, toy manufacturer Mattel has started, making movies, or at least they've opened a movie division for their intellectual properties. So, like, they've got some pretty interesting intellectual properties. I know they've got Barbie, they've got Max Steel, they got that new one, the Beastlies. I'm also pretty sure, not 100% sure, they have, like, Captain Power, I want to say, which was pretty dang good. And, yeah, I really hope that they do continue make movies. They, like, do the Captain Power movie, and they kind of have, like, a toy gun that goes with it. And, like, during the movie, it has those little scenes like they had from the old show. That'd be awesome. Like, I wasn't alive during that, but I heard about it and I know of it. That's really cool. But anyways, it looks like they're actually currently doing a Barbie movie with Anne Hathaway. That'll be interesting. That's supposedly coming out in 2020. We already saw that they did Max Steel, that they might be doing a reboot of it. Who knows? They're actually currently working with J.J. Abrams, who just randomly, like, walked into a toy store and saw the Beastlies and was like, hey, what are those things? Those look cool. And now is talking with them in making a Beastlies movie. Which, like, looking at these things, they look like Play-Doh. Like, just really well done Play-Doh figures, I don't know. It'd be weird to see them, like, try to actually make a movie based off those things. But, not a whole lot going on in movies this week, so we're gonna slide on into television. Starting with, so we have some casting news, going on at the DC Universe. Doom Patrol. They have finally decided who's going to be playing Dr. Niles Calder, which, goddamn, I've been saying that name a lot lately, haven't I? Between this and between the numerous other Doom Patrol references I've been making the past couple of episodes, and then on top of that, the whole thing with Animal Vegetable Mineral Man last week. Jeez. But anyways, they've chosen to cast Timothy Dalton as the I'm just going to say asshole Dr. Niles Calder, the chief. So that'll be pretty cool. He should be good fit for the role. Going on from there, it looks like the season premiere of Walking Dead Season 9 is going to be a little bit longer than what would normally be going on for an average episode after the events of the season finale of Season 8. I'm not going to spoil what had happened in that because I know not everyone has seen it yet. Let's just say shit went down. We're going to be getting 30 extra minutes of episode. So it's going to be an hour and a half long. That'll be pretty interesting. I honestly, I'm not going to lie. I stopped watching at season 4. I didn't like the show. Which is saying something because I got 4 seasons into it. I also stopped reading the comics a long-ass time ago. They all just got really boring to me. But moving on from there, Netflix is bringing up a bunch of shit to the New York Comic Con this year, which is going to include Sabrina, the chilling adventures of Sabrina, which I've talked about plenty of times on here already. I hope if you don't know, go back and listen to like one of the other news episodes I've mentioned her in. We got a Dark Crystal series going on. I'm super excited for that. Love the Dark Crystal. Shout out to Brent, actually, on the Sofa King podcast, who I know he likes the Dark Crystal. Just wanted to bring it up because he's also cool. He helped me out a little bit with this episode. Not with this episode, but with this podcast. And kind of like helped me, get pushed along. Thank you a lot, dude. Appreciate it. Going on from there, though, we got they're bringing Big Mouth season 2 up there. The haunting of Hill House, which I'm guessing is a movie. It's probably a sequel. It sounds like House on Haunted Hill. Don't know if it's related, whatever. Other than that, we also got The Umbrella Academy is getting a series on Netflix. I don't know if it's actually going to be a series or a movie. I fucking love The Umbrella Academy. It's also another comic book that it seems like they're going to be adapting into a series, kind of along the lines like they're doing with the Sabrina show. Super excited for that. It's got some really interesting visuals in the comics. I don't know. I don't think they have anything out for the show yet, but hopefully they will, coming up in this New York Comic Con. And then, of course, they're getting Daredevil 3, or Daredevil Season 3, blah, which will be interesting after the whole incident in the end of The Defenders. If you guys haven't seen that, it's been long enough now. The after credit scene shows Matt Murdock, that's his name. I almost forgot his name for a sec. Matt Murdock waking up in like the middle of some town in a bed, like fully bandaged up, probably with amnesia. So we'll finally see what happened with that. I have not watched Iron Fist Season 2 yet. I know there's supposedly an after credit scene during that, also dealing with Daredevil. So I need to sit down and binge watch that in a day. Probably going to be tomorrow. Let's see. For the some more DC streaming service stuff. Swamp Thing has cast their Liz. Wow, why am I suddenly forgetting her name? Notes, please help me. Yep, nope, not gonna help me. They cast Liz. Hey, who's a friend of Arcane. What's her face? Abby Arcane, who's going to be a detective in this, who's going to be investigating the bayou that Swamp Thing is in and trying to figure out what's going on in her town. But anyway, she's going to be playing her friend, and is going to be played by the former model. Where did I write her name? Maria Stern. On top of that, let's see, we got some CW news with all their weirdly popular shows and reboots going on. It seems like they are now actually developing a series based on the Nancy Drew novels. So that'll be pretty interesting. I know those were super popular back in like the 80s and 90s. I don't think I ever actually read any though. I know, like, a lot of people I knew had been reading them, but, like, I know, being a boy growing up, you don't read shit that it's, like, stars a girl. Nah. I might check into them later, but, or I just might start tuning into this show. Most likely, I'm just going to start tuning into the show. I hardly have enough time to read as is right now. Oh, so Universal Halloween Horror Nights. I've always wanted to go to that, by the way. It turns out they're actually having a Stranger Things themed maze this year, and they've revealed some photos for it. Looks really fucking exciting. I'm super hyped for that. I really wish I could get tickets to go this year. That would be fucking amazing. I've said that a lot in like the last 5 seconds. I just want to say it again a couple more times. Fucking amazing, fucking amazing, fucking amazing. Let's move on. Marvel TV is also bringing some stuff to New York Comic Con. We already know they're bringing Daredevil season 3 because Netflix is bringing Daredevil season 3. We've also got the Runaways season 2 on Hulu. It looks like they're also bringing season 2 of The Gifted, which I still need to finish. Sorry, I burped in the middle of talking right there. I still need to finish the first season because I really liked it. Looks like they might be bringing more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and possibly some Agent Carter. Who knows? Ooh, I just got really burpy all of a sudden. Sorry about that, guys. Going on from there. Okay, guys. All you Doctor Who fans out there, it's finally been announced. Season 11. Season 11 of Doctor Who is coming out October 7th. Mark your calendars. Hit your DVR. Get all that shit. TiVo it. If you still fucking got a TiVo, TiVo it. It's going to be worth it. And Rick and Morty. So, you all know I am a fan of Rick and Morty. I've said it every time I've brought Rick and Morty up on this show. It's really a good show. Like, it's got some good humor to it. It's got a really interesting original animation style, and like it follows the Simpsons what's the word I'm looking, a silhouette ideal, whereas like if you can tell who the character is purely from their silhouette, it's a good character design, that kind of shit. And they just won an Emmy. So during the 70th awards for the Emmys, Rick and Morty won for the most outstanding animated series, which is super fucking amazing. God damn, I just can't stop saying fucking amazing, can I? It's really cool. Like, I'm really happy they won it, and like it kind of makes sense, especially since like they started the whole "Where's my Szechuan sauce?" thing going on, and like they've literally caused riots in the street purely because of Szechuan sauce and a one-time joke. Great. Anyways, that is the end of the TV news, and I am going to temporarily take a break so I can take care of my voice. I will be back in a moment, guys. Hello, intrepid adventurers, and are you bored with your everyday life? Fear not, we have a solution. Come and check out our host, Kevin, at his Instagram, at notcoffee. That's coffee with a K. Check out his art and see what is going on in the mind of our host. Who knows, you might just find a new thing that you can check out every day. Now we return back to our regularly scheduled program. Hello. Welcome back to Nerds on Topic. I hope you enjoyed that break. I know I did. My throat doesn't feel like I'm sucking off a big rock dick anymore. Anyways, now into the gaming news. So I switched things up a little bit this time in gaming, and it ended up making it the largest section I have in news today. So, Batman. That is all. No, kidding. Actually, the developer for the Arkham Batman games just listed a bunch of openings in their UK division. So, like, what they're saying, it's for a brand new AAA title. That's going to be for all new consoles that are out. No other information other than that. So, I'm really looking forward to it. I liked the first like two. Well, no, I like the first two Arkham games. I wasn't a big fan of Arkham Knight or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. But yeah, no, I enjoy the Arkham games. They're fun. They're good open world games. Going on from there, it looks like Nier Automata, that amazing game about androids coming to Earth from the moon to fight robots who were built by aliens to take out humans, but are now acting more like humans than the androids who were built by humans. Yeah. Anyways, it looks like it's getting a novelization, which is going to be coming out on the 9th, and supposedly it's going to be going deeper into the characters' backstories and their personalities and lore. So that'll be really fucking interesting. I really like the story for that. I actually want to play through it sometime. I only know as much as I do about it because I listen to way too many podcasts, and there's been plenty of reviews on it. So going on from there, Destiny 2. So you all know that like the new Destiny the Destiny 2 has a new DLC out for the Forsaken, I do believe it's called. The Forsaken DLC. It's introduced actually 3 new subclasses for subclass trees, I should say. For Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. But like you got to do some stuff before you can actually get to it. Looks like you got to finish the introduction mission, and once you do that, you're gonna get a milestone called New Powers. And then you got to go to. It looks like you got to go to Io, and do a mission called Visions of Light, and then bam, pow, boom, you got yourself a brand new subclass tree for one of your 3 classes there. I don't really know all that much about Destiny, but it's pretty interesting. It looks pretty. Going on from there, we got some Nintendo stuff going on. So it looks like Nintendo's internet service they're bringing isn't the best thing ever. Their whole cloud service that they have going on with it, that like backs up your game data. So if your Switch ever gets lost or damaged, you can just, oh hey, look, I've been subscribed to this. I can just get all my games and shit back. It looks like there's several games that it's actually not going to work for. Listed amongst those games is going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Splatoon 2. Dark Souls Remastered, Dead Cells. For those who don't realize, Dead Cells is that one game that's kind of like a Dark Souls version of a Metroidvania that's like super roguelike and still has like its own story. Then going on through there, it also looks like FIFA, who cares, and NBA 2019, who cares. And yeah, that looks like that's about it for the cloud service so far. That is not going to be using the backup data. This is actually really cool. So, fans of real-time strategy games for the computer, especially the Civilization games, Civ 6 is going to be coming out for the Switch on November 16th, including all of the latest updates and patches, apparently it looks like. I honestly had not heard about the Civ games until Civ 5, when they fucked up Gandhi's AI and made it so he went nuclear unless you put him on like the most difficult setting. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, that'll be cool. Like, I've been wanting to get in some more real-time strategy games. It's kind of hard, especially when I don't have much time to game anymore. But it's coming out on the Switch, and I can just pop it in my backpack and play occasionally, as long as my battery doesn't die again like it has been lately, because I keep forgetting to charge my system. Kingdom of Alumar, Reckoning, which, like, I only know one game in that whole series. And it's for the Xbox 360. It's pretty interesting. It's kind of a pretty generic fantasy story. Like, it just got bought by the same people who bought another fan favorite series, Time Splitters, THQ actually. So it might be getting either a remaster, a remake, or a reboot. Who knows? That could be pretty interesting. Like getting an IP that already has somewhat of a fan base. Going on from there. So Smash Bros. Fans. I know everyone here loves some Smash Brothers and is totally excited for Smash Brothers Ultimate. Keep your eyes out for Best Buys. A certain number of Best Buys all over the country, like from now until December something, are going to be getting demos of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the stores. So, I know everyone wants to try the game out before it comes out because it comes out in December. Um, and, we all need our Smash fix. I know I need my Smash fix, and I know I need my hand all up in that butthole of a puppet so I can get my hands nice and lubed up so I can beat all my buddies because I feel like my Smash game is getting a little bit weak, and I need to be the main man in Smash. Oh, yeah! I need to be the Lobo of Smash Bros. The Smash Bow. I'm never doing that again. Don't worry. Anyways, yeah, keep an eye out. It's starting up this week, so yeah. Everyone who loves Smash Brothers, keep that up, and if you can, try to keep me updated on what stores they're in, so I might be able to go and play. Okay, so now where I'm going to be switching things up a little bit, we're getting out of video game news and into board game and tabletop news, because I likes me some boards, games, and tabletops, especially if those tops at the tables are topless. That was terrible. Once again, another thing I'm not going to be doing anymore, or at least not saying anymore. Shinobi 7, a company who just got the rights to Robert E. Howard's famous Conan the Barbarian series, is doing a Conan the Barbarian board game. Not just one, but at least two of them. They're doing what is it? Where is it? A tabletop miniatures game and a card game, which are both going to be on Kickstarter soon. I need to get the links for those because they look pretty interesting, and I want to follow that. Then on top of that, it looks like Steamforged, another company, has gotten the trademark for Horizon Zero Dawn. And apparently, Steamforged has been buying up a lot of video game trademarks for board games. So this is going to be an officially licensed Horizon Zero Dawn board game, which looks like it's going to end up being a co-op game. And it is currently on Kickstarter. I think it's like 3/4 of the way funded or something like that. It's got like 20 some odd days left. I really want to get in on that. That looks really cool. Going on from there, we got some D&D stuff. Svilland, something like that. Anyways, there's a group coming out, a group currently kickstarting Svilland, a Norse-themed setting for the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game. I can talk, I swear. It is a Norse mythology-themed setting for D&D 5th edition. It looks really cool. I love Norse mythology. I love Dungeons and Dragons. Those things go really well together, especially since D&D deals a lot with giants and stuff like that. So they are like a perfect fit for each other. That's like halfway done getting funded, and there's plenty of time left on it. And then another company is putting out an adventure kit called Shadows Over... was it Dark Temple? Draft Temple? Something like that. It's going to be more of a... so as opposed to a module, it's going to be a little bit more free form. It's cool. It's dark. It's kind of a pre-apocalyptic, apocalyptic setting that's heavily influenced by H.P. Lovecraft and, once again, Robert E. Howard. So that's going to be pretty cool. And yeah, so this last thing, there's going to be a Fortnite Monopoly, because I know you all like Fortnite. Yeah, it comes out in October. Yeah. Anyways, going on to anime news. So this first thing I'm going to be getting into for the anime, I'm kind of obligated to talk about first. Like, it's super weird how this stuff has lined up. So Oh, sorry, knocking things around. Um, my friend Manny, he's a really cool dude. He finds random crap that whenever he thinks of me, he gives to me. And he found a book while he was just sitting at a bus stop, and it was a light novel actually. And like he just handed it to me because he knows I like anime and shit like that, and like it made him think of me. Uh, it's called what is it? The Goblin Killer? Um, Goblin Slayer. Sorry, and I was like, okay, this is cool, and I started flipping through it, and I'm like, oh hey, Loot Crate. I haven't subscribed to Loot Crate in a little while. I love Loot Crate. Hey, Loot Crate, if you want me to shout you out every single episode, sponsor me. I love free Loot Crates. Um, that would be awesome. Anyways, that was cool. Then this week, I'm sitting here, I'm going through the news, and who is it? Netflix or Crunchyroll? Crunchyroll is all like, "Hey guys, we're gonna be adding Goblin Slayer to our fall lineup," and I was like, "What?" It's like way too uncanny, like the things that coincide like that. So I'm pretty sure the way this whole happened is he finds this, and Loot Crate was like giving it out during their Loot Anime Crate, and they were giving it out because it was going to be getting an anime soon, um, and like just ended up in my hands perfectly. Super excited. I'm actually going to sit down and read it. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to try to read it before the series actually starts. Shouldn't be too hard. It's like a small little book. Going on from there. So the Attack on Titan high school alternate universe spinoff manga is going to be getting a drama CD. So for those who don't know what a drama CD is, you know how radio stations used to have shows on them, like the Superman show, where a lot of the mythology for Superman actually ended up coming from. That had actors, and they would each play a different character in it, and basically it was like a TV show, but only audio, like a podcast, but not. Yeah, anyways, it's going to be getting its own drama CD, which is really weird. Like, not many. I don't really see a lot of like alternate universe like comics in general or manga. And then like the fact that this one's gotten so popular, it's actually getting its own drama CD. That's crazy. Also, a lot of manga will get like a drama CD before it gets turned into an anime, so they can kind of test the waters for it. So that's pretty interesting. So this next bit of news actually makes me a little bit sad. One of my favorite manga series right now is a manga called The Promised Neverland. Like I've got the first 3 volumes sitting in front of me right now that I bought at the bookstore. And I've been reading it online through the Shonen Jump and Viz Media stuff, and it is so good, and like it's getting an anime soon, like I've talked about before, but it's about to enter its final story arc, which made me so sad when I found that out. Like, it's so good. And I understand it has to come to an end eventually. It's not like the same kind of story setup that Naruto has, where it could go on indefinitely, and you know, people would eventually just get tired of it until it's literally going on about his children and shit. But yeah, no, it's really cool. I'm excited, and like I'm glad they're going out while they're still popular. Um, but it also kind of reminds me of the story in Bakuman, where they were working on Vice Farts, um, and they finally got the anime for it, and they were like, okay, we want to end it. We don't want to continue anymore. We've hit like the natural ending for it. Um, and like it was kind of cool how like they kind of coincide like that. Especially since a lot of people are calling this kind of like the modern take on Death Note. So, and like if you guys don't know, the guy who wrote Death Note also wrote Bakuman. Uh, anyways, going on from there, Tokyo Ghoul Re has confirmed that it's going to start airing on October 9th. Funimation has released its fall simodub list for shows, which includes I Was Reincarnated as a Slime, which is so stupid. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this actually got adapted into an anime. On top of that, wait, yeah, no, wait, is that the one I'm thinking that's really stupid? Or no, I'm thinking of the one where the guy is reincarnated as a fucking hot spring. That's stupid. Reincarnated as slime might be interesting. I don't remember. But also double decker because it's written with an exclamation point. Space battleship tiramisu, which just sounds like it's about food. It makes me hungry. I'm hungry right now. Someone come bring me food. Doug and Krill and Black Clover is continuing its simuldub. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, I'm gonna probably watch one or two of those shows. I know one for sure because I've been trying to keep up with Black Clover. And it's much easier to watch the English dub than the Japanese dub because the voice actor for Asta isn't as terrible. Let's see what else. Oh, so back when I was just a tiny little itty bitty weeaboo, and just getting into anime and trying to literally get my hands on anything anime related I could, and I discovered the anime network on the cable network that my family had, and just fell in love with that channel. And I discovered the show Dirty Pair, which was so bad, and I loved it at the time. I actually went back and watched it, and I could not. It was just, ugh, wow, it was so bad. Anyways, it's getting its first novel in 11 years. That is supposedly slated to come out later this year. Hopefully they can push it out before December. That'll be pretty interesting. I want to see what goes on with that. Let's see. Oh, Crunchyroll is adding Frankenstein Family to its lineup in right now, actually. Yeah, it's like 2 episodes in. But it's apparently an adaptation of a Taiwanese anime called Creature Family Days or some shit. I don't know. It looks pretty interesting, though. I dig me some slice of life monster stories. I mean, I did like Monster Masume. And what's the other one? Demigirls, I want to say. Interview with Demigirls. That was really good too. Let's see. Oh, Hunter x Hunter is coming off of its 5-month hiatus finally. It's going to be back on the in the 43rd issue of this year's Weekly Jump. And so yeah, I guess the mangaka is finally done playing the latest Dragon Quest game. And hey, after the death of Professor Oak's voice that I told you about not too long ago, they have finally found a replacement to play him in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. It is an actor by the name of Kinyu Horiuchi. So yeah, we've got a new Professor Oak, and maybe that'll bring this guy some more work along the lines. Maybe he'll pick up Joestar and the guy from Tekken. Yeah, the guy from Tekken. Anyways, let's get into the last section of the day, because that was the end of my anime news. It wasn't too much, I guess. We've got comic books, guys, and boy, do I love me comic books. Ugh, 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 ugh. That was a terrible Popeye impression. Let's get into the top picked comics for the week. We're gonna start off with DC. Looks like the top picks from DC are Batman issue 54, Nightwing 48, Justice League number 7, Green Arrow 44, and Green Lantern 54. Yeah. Oh, funny that I'm talking about Justice League. Not just Nightwing 48 right here. That comes in to play in a little bit. Let's go into Marvel. We got Star Wars 53. We got Old Man Logan Annual #1. I am so done with Old Man Logan. Like, I liked it as a one-shot story, not one-shot, but like as a contained story. The fact that they've brought him into the mainstream Marvel universe has just blown everything out of proportion. Continuing on with that, we got Avengers #7. We got Spider-Man Deadpool 38, which I did not realize that comic's been going on that long. And we have X-Men Gold 35. And then going into indie comics like Image and others, we've got Walking Dead 183. I'm so done with Walking Dead. It's boring as shit. Paper Girls 24, never heard of it. Black Science 38, pretty interesting. Snot Girl 11, never heard of it. Looks weird. And Leviathan #2. Oh my gosh, I really need to start reading this when it's about a guy who is trying to deal with his friends having just summoned giant fucking monsters. And you guys know I love my giant fucking monsters. And it's only 2 issues in, so I'm totally going to pick that up. And let's get into the actual news. There is not a lot of news this week for comic books. Otto Octavius, the Superior Spider-Man, is returning. It looks like it's getting relaunched in December. And he's got his own body, so he's not going to be running around as Peter Parker. Crush, a new Teen Titan. Okay, so yeah, for some DC news, we got Crush, who's a new Teen Titan, the illegitimate daughter of Lobo. I've talked about her, I think, a little bit before. But just like her, no one knows who her mama is. And like the only people who do know are the writer and artist Adam Glass and Bernard Chong. That sounded so racist. I'm sorry, dude. But anyways, they've hinted that the mother of Crush is a big hitter in the DC universe. And honestly, I can only think of one person in the DC universe who would be considered a big hitter, and that is Big Barda. So here is my theory right now that the mother of Crush is actually Big Barda when her and Mr. Miracle weren't together. She had Crush. So here's hoping her and Lobo hooked up at least once. Going on from there, DC announced for 24-hour comic day, which is kind of this event where you have to write and draw a comic book, a full comic book in 24 hours. They are actually going to be releasing a set of 3 books for fans. They're going to be releasing a blank Wonder Woman, a blank Batman, and a blank Superman comic to make it look like really official. It's got a blank cover with nothing but like the title on it and blank. It looks really cool. I really want to grab one of these so I can write my own comic. Oh, I would totally grab the Batman one, even though I don't really like Batman all that much. But I would do a comic reintroducing Red X from the Teen Titans animated series, because I loved that character and totally want him to be brought into the comics. Much like Harley Quinn was introduced into the comics back in the 90s based off of the Bruce Timm animated series. That would be dope. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Where did I go? There we go. Sideways. So Sideways is actually getting really good. I started picking up. I really enjoy it. It is very much like Marvel's like DC's version of Spider-Man. And it's pretty cool. It's funny. It's got really good artwork, which I think the artist for it actually also worked on Teen Titans for a while. Anyways, like they're good for Sideways Annual #1. They're actually going to be bringing back some really cool Silver Age concepts because he's traveling through the multiverse, the dark multiverse, I should say. And they're bringing back a couple of mutated Jimmy Olsen. So they're bringing back Porcupine Jimmy Olsen and Werewolf Jimmy Olsen. both of which are, of course, darker, more menacing versions of the character. They're also bringing back, Negative Superman and Red Ant Superman. And they're bringing back super mutated super brain Lois Lane. That rhymed. I did not mean for that to rhyme. And finally, they're bringing back Comet Centaur, who is such a ridiculous character. Like, during the day, Comet Centaur was a female stand-up comedian, but then would transform into a male angel of love centaur, and was so weird. Super weird. I think they had a relationship with Supergirl. I don't 100% remember. But anyways, that's gonna be fun. That comes out in the Sideways annual #1. Moving on from there, the last bit of news I have for the day is about Nightwing. So, in Nightwing 50, coming out in October, a new storyline is new storyline, new story arc is going to be starting, called Night Terrors, but it's spelled night like Knight, like how they do Dark Knight. Anyways, it's going to be diving into Dick Grayson's past after he gets a bad injury. It looks like maybe on his head, in the shape of the whole Nightwing logo too. He starts going into some like really weird emotional pain from his past, from a crossroads he had hit in his life. So that'll be pretty interesting. I can't wait to dive into that story a little bit more. And yeah, that's going to end up the episode for the day. Thank you all for tuning in. If you like me and you like the content I bring you, like and follow us on iTunes. Give us a review. Give us 5 stars. In fact, anyone who leaves a 5-star review, I will shout you out and read your review on the air. Almost no matter what it says. Almost. If you guys are ridiculous, I'm not going to say what it says. Anyways, yeah, just do that. Follow us and like us on iTunes. It helps us get found, and helps it so that I can be spread throughout the world, so everyone can know I am the solo nerd. You can follow me on Instagram at notcoffee. That's coffee with a K. You can follow me on Twitter at KWComics. Because they wouldn't let me change it to not coffee with a K. That made me sad. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Nerds on Topic. You can follow it on Twitter at Nerds Topic, because they wouldn't let me put on in the middle of it. It's so stupid. Twitter, why you fucking me over? I still love you. If you enjoy our introduction music, you can follow my buddy Swa on all social media at Swa Music, and keep an ear open, because I might be doing an episode with him in the next week or two. Who knows? And also, let's see, is there anything else I need to shout out right now? Did the Twitter, did the Instagrams, did the music guy? No, I think that's it. All right, everybody. Remember, this is Nerds on Topic, and we are not the podcast you're looking for. Bye-bye.